Hello, in this class I wanted to start the chapter 1 rational numbers of class 8 CBSE syllabus. So rational numbers, this is the chapter 1. So for every chapter you should know some previous knowledge. You should recall some previous knowledge. Whatever you have learned, whatever related to this chapter, you should always recall. Okay? So that will help you in understanding the concepts better. So before we go to rational numbers, you should recall what are natural numbers. What are natural numbers? Natural numbers are nothing but 1, 2, 3 and so on. This is one set of numbers, one system of numbers. Okay? And then you should know what are whole numbers also. 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. This is also one set of group of numbers, one system of numbers. The difference between natural numbers and whole numbers is only 0 is added in whole numbers. And you should know integers also. -3, -2, 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. Sorry, -1 and so on. This is another set of numbers you should always recall. And then finally, you should recall what are rational numbers. Rational numbers, any number which is in the form of P by Q, where P, Q are integers and Q is not equal to 0. This also you have learned last year in class 7. So P by Q form, any number which is in the form of P by Q, we call them as a rational numbers. P is known as numerator, Q is known as denominator, so it is a fraction, and numerator denominator should be integers, and denominator should not be equal to 0. Okay, what happens if it is equal to 0? You think. Now this P by Q form we can have in two different ways, where Q is not equal to 1. Here Q is equal to 1. So in this, actually our condition is PQ are integers and Q is not equal to 0. Okay, this is the definition of P by Q. This is the definition. Now in this I have brought 1 also. So these P by Q, that means the numbers which are in the form of P by Q where Q is not equal to 1. I can give you examples: 2 upon 3, 1 upon 7 and so on. So not equal to 0, denominator is not equal to 0 and not equal to 1 also. So these simply we call it as a fractions. Okay, even P by Q is also fraction. So then what happened to if it is Q by 1? Q is equal to 1. You take a 2 upon 1, right? That means 2 upon 1. 2 upon 1 is 2 only. If you write denominator 1, you will get the same number. Write 1 for all the natural numbers. Then what happened? All the natural numbers are converted in the form of P by Q. So natural numbers are also known as rational numbers. Whole numbers, you can write 0 by 1. 0 upon 1 is nothing but 0. Anything divided by 1 is nothing but 0. So 1 upon 1. So then in this, even the whole numbers also can be written in the form of P by Q, where Q is not equal to 0. Therefore, whole numbers are also considered as rational numbers. Same way, integers also can be considered as rational numbers. That means natural numbers, whole numbers, integers are also known as rational numbers. So other than these three, other than natural numbers, whole numbers and integers, These are the fractions where denominator is not equal to 1. Okay, here natural numbers will come, whole numbers will come, integers will come. So now when it comes to the fractions, like fractions, last year you have learned what is a fraction, what are the types of fractions, all those things, how to add the fractions, how to subtract the fractions, very very important. You should recall all the 4 operations of the fractions. You are very much well aware of 4 operations. 4 operations means plus, 4 operations means addition, subtraction, multiplication, division. These 4 are called operations of numbers. So sum of numbers, sum of natural numbers, sum of whole numbers, etc., etc. So these 4 operations, when you are learning one system of numbers, you should learn these 4 operations, how to add, which is big, which is small, how to add, how to subtract, how to multiply, how to divide. All these things you should learn. Okay, so I'll just give you one special system. I give you binary system. Okay, these are decimal system, 10 numbers will be there. This is binary system. Binary system, you have only 1, 0 and 1, only 2 numbers are there. Decimal system, all these, because we are using 0 to 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 9. Again 10 means combination of 1 and 0, while 11 means 11, 12, the combination of the, so this is one system. So, and the different types of numbers. Binary system, 0 and 1 are there. That means in this system only 0, 1 should be there. There should not be 2. There is no 2 in this. There is no 3 in this. Only 2 numbers are there, 0 and 1. In this also you should be able to do the operations, how addition is to be done, how subtraction is to be done, everything. Okay, they are the simple operations for any number systems. Okay, so now this is the previous knowledge. This is the previous knowledge. You should, if you are unable to, if you are not confident in doing the fractions, I advise always please do the fractions one more time, because when you are adding the fraction there are some rules and regulations how to add the fractions. So if you are not aware, if you are not sure of adding the fractions, fractional numbers, please refer class 7 and 6 also, right? There is one more set of numbers, decimal numbers. All rational numbers can be converted into decimal numbers, right? So decimal means, for example, 2 upon 3 is there. You do 2 is the dividend, 3 is the thing, and 0.6, 18, 2, 6, 18 like that. So it is equal to 0.666 and so on. So every rational number can be converted into decimal form also. This is the previous knowledge you are needed to understand the rational numbers. In my next class, I am going to teach you the properties of rational numbers. Okay, properties of rational numbers. Let us see in the next class.